guys, my name is Tracy Dela Cruz, and I am your host for Lingerie Talk Podcast. Today, we're doing episode 3, and I want to take a moment of silence for everybody that have lost their life in the tragedy in Dominican Republic and also in the Hudson River today. I just want to take a moment to pay our respects, so if we could please close our eyes and take this moment. All right. And now that we're here, I want to introduce you guys to my co-host, like every week that we have.
Hi guys, it's your girl Gio, your favorite tetona.
Hey guys, it's Jody, the one and only.
And today we have a very special guest. His name is Hollywood Bruce. And he's here. He's one of the co-hosts, right?
Yeah, I'm co-host
for
world famous Topic Time, Power 105.1.
Hey, shout out to y'all. Hi, Bruce. Welcome.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
This is going to be a lit episode. I already know. This guy's a super vibe. We're a vibe.
Thank
I know
you.
he's going to try us a little bit.
Nah, I'm just trying to be involved. Yeah,
He's going to like poke us a little bit, but we're going to poke right back. So I hope that he's ready for us just as much as we're ready for him.
Let's see.
Hey, what you got to say, Hollywood?
Oh, that's what the listeners is about to hear right now. That's why they tuned in.
Well, let's do a cheers real quick, guys.
Let's do it.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Salud, negrita de WhatsApp.
What's up?
Moreno de WhatsApp, what we calling you?
Oh, yeah, that's my name. Moreno, what's up?
Okay.
I definitely just taught him that, guys.
Yes.
So blame me.
Yes.
And he's loving it and running with it. So, girls, when you see him outside, that's going to be his new name.
Moreno,
what's up?
He was born again today.
Yes, my friends.
That's his Dominican alter ego.
Yeah, I just like saying Nimoni. That's my fun. Nimoni.
Oh my God.
I love it. So, Bruce, I want to start this topic. We was in Power 105 with DJ Self a couple of weeks back.
Right.
And we got into the topic of girls that work nightlife.
Okay.
And how do you guys feel about it?
All right.
And my boy over here and his crew said that they feel like they're prostitutes.
Well, maybe that might be like, I would say 80%. It's kind of like a rose, It's a little beauty, but most of it's thorn. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nightlife, you got a few women that come, make their money, take care of their families, and do what they got to do, and that's it. And there's others that do the same, take care of their families and stuff, but that's not it, They take a little payola, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and me, I'm not judging. Look, I don't got on black. I'm not, nobody on child. I just like when reality's reality, and no one's telling me real rap, you know what I'm saying? So.
No, I completely agree with you. And we said back then on the radio, I agree with you. Most of these girls, and I've been saying it, they have ruined the reputation for most of us. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a little bit unfair.
Who's us?
The girls that work nightlife.
The girls that don't do that.
Oh, well, y'all are outnumbered, so it doesn't really... Y'all ruining the name for them. Y'all are outnumbered. Y'all ruining the name for them.
How are we ruining their name, though?
Yeah, because they gonna come
Let's
to...
take that back.
So if an individual come to you and they be like, hey, Tracy, we having a good time tonight. I just bought like 4 1942s. I just threw $2,000 on you. What's up? I'm booking the room right now. And you be like, no, I don't do that. That's not me. I don't do that. I just come make my money and I go home, right? And then, so you messing it up for the next girls who is doing that. So now this individual who came and bought 4 42s and threw out a couple of bands ain't gonna come back again because you over there not putting it out.
So
you messing it up for the other girls.
Oh, wow.
No.
So basically you trying to say that we got to be followers and be hoes?
No, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm just saying.
That's what you're saying.
Why are you going to the pool and not going in the water? It's kind of interesting to me.
I always go to the pool and don't go to the water. I want to tan.
I go to tan.
And this is what we trying to understand, because it's like I get to the pool party, you're there, you're in a whole swimsuit. I'm encouraging you to come in the pool, and you don't want to come in the pool. It's weird.
I feel like it's not weird because at the end of the day, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. If that's what those girls want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm not knocking your hustle. Go ahead and do it by any means that you have to get it. But at the end of the day, there are certain girls that I feel like they like big on respect. And you gotta respect their space. Like,
oh my
if
gosh.
that's not what I'm about, then that's not what I'm about. And get out of my face. Like,
I don't understand something that's you're gonna say. A woman. We gotta call you women. Women.
Might as well, right? Might as well. Like, let me just check
because
my
the technical term is female.
no, he likes to call us monkeys.
Yeah. I'm not culturally biased. So let's start with that. You know what I'm saying? A monkey is a monkey. You know what I'm saying? I identify you as you are. But
Yo, I thought I evolved, but okay.
No. I'm just having fun with you guys.
No. I love it. I love his vibe. He thinks he's gonna come here and get, But we got some sauce right back. So, what were you saying? Like before all of that, you were saying that we ruining it for them? Like how?
Well, if you want me to go more into depth with it, no problem. Think about it. As me, not me, because not me, I don't chase women. But as a guy that's coming outside with the pursuit of a female, he's not going to the church. He's not going to the library. He's coming outside, nightlife, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a saying that I have, and that's if you're playing in traffic, you're gonna get hit. It's only a matter of time. So if you're a bartender, that means you're coming out maybe 2-3 times a week. And a strip club usually have high value guys in there because they have expendable money. Mm-hmm. So now when you see this high value guy with expendable money, it's a high probability you might actually like one and be attracted to one. So what's the odds of you coming across this guy again on another setting other than nightlife? It's not too common, right? Mm-hmm. So who wins? More the guy with the high value. You understand? Mm-hmm. You understand? Because that's the reality of it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in a room with 3 women. I could be in a room with, watch this. I'm in a room with 3 women. All of y'all are pretty, all y'all are beautiful, all y'all got kitties under there, right? Change the room. I'm in a room with 3 other guys. Not all of them got money. Not all of them have a house. Not all of them got security for you. You understand? Mm-hmm. So in reality, what y'all have that y'all value is everywhere. For me, it's a prerequisite. There's no girl that I would even consider that's not pretty, have the essence of a woman, have decorum, class, everything else. Now, I would separate them based off of success because that's how high value I am. Mm-hmm. So typically, and just being honest, there's no one in nightlife that would even be eligible for me in my eyes. I have a woman, so that's not what I'm here for or there for. I make my dollars and I go home. But I'm just speaking on behalf of men. Like, you thought I did all of this work to come to a place where I saw a guy with $20 that have no success, no look, no body, no car, no nothing, and get the same love and attention as me? And I'm gonna value you? What am I, a retard? I could just get $20 and touch your butt. The hell is wrong with you? I'm gonna sacrifice and go to Home Depot and cut a key for you? Yo, are you crazy? Man, you probably never seen grass or backyard yet.
Make
and
sure
then
the-
I'm no.
Make sure the key is pink.
Nah, yeah, the key is pink. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Make it cute.
God.
Nah, that's just my belief, you know. When I go outside and I see people that's outside and they got a few dollars or whatever, they out there to have fun. They're not looking for a wifey. They're not looking for someone to empower or help lift up or something like that, because the belief that this is someone that's going to be solid is just almost just retarded to believe, because the probability of her going to get hit, she's in traffic every night.
Yeah, no, I could totally agree with you. My thing is like, I hate this for us. I hate this for the girls that are not actually like that, because this is how the majority of men actually think. There is actually girls out there that are not like that at all. Like, I know a lot of females that work nightlife that are super successful. They're doing it as a side hustle. I know girls right now that are building their business. I already had my own business. Like, I had a smoke shop. You know what I mean? So it's not like we're doing this just, well, a lot of them are, because you girls are doing this for a couple of dollars, get the next guy to throw you a couple of dollars, and you go home with them, sleep with them, and then the money stops right there. That's the thing that girls don't think about. They be like, oh, he threw me $3,000. I'm going to go home with him or whatever. And then it stops right there. So they have actually, they have messed it up for us. For the girls that are actually got it, that are not like that, the females that are actually professionals, that are actually doing this for a purpose, like, you know what, I'm gonna save this money, put it to the side, and invest it into something else. Females that are actually smart out there, so now they're all looking at us like we're just little airheads. Oh, let me go ahead, throw some money, and then she's gonna come home with me. Modern day prostitution, like we was talking about last time. You know what I mean?
I think honestly, I find it wrong on the individual who's going to go inside of a strip club with the expectations of her being maintained in terms of the value that she wants. That's just ignorant. You're going into a room where predominantly most of the people are naked, and the other people are here to see that. And this is the room now where you're looking for respect. That doesn't make sense to me. Why don't you go be a doctor? Why don't you go be a lawyer? Why don't you go be something that will be more parallel to what you want yourself to be viewed at? How are you going to be in a room that's a strip club and you're trying to be viewed as someone of high value? It's just hard.
So I don't, I guess, like, I understand where you're coming from, but my thing is, just because I'm in that room, you should just judge me and treat me off of how I'm moving. Like, give me the space for it. Because, for example, I only worked nightlife for a little bit, and I went into it coming fresh out of a relationship where that relationship just messed me up completely, and just mentally. And instead of me just going out and having fun with my friends, I went and started working with my friends. And to me, that nightlife money was my disposable income, was extra money. So I went into it with a goal. If I didn't get put on the schedule, I didn't care. If I did get put on the schedule, cool, I made money. But just because I'm in that world or I'm around whoever, you're supposed to treat me the way I'm projecting myself. Yeah.
Real rap, you deserve a contract.
No, it's no.
No, the person that you value, name a woman that you have in your files that's super high value to you, right? And now place her in that same mermaids and starlets. You just walked in and she's sitting at the bar and she's throwing money. If you honestly tell me you're not gonna side-eye that and be like, yo, what the hell is that? Then I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong.
That she's throwing money?
Yes. She's in the strip club and what else? She's in the strip club.
Okay,
She's in the strip club,
and
right?
she's in the strip
She's
club.
doing nothing different than anybody else supposed to be doing.
She's not working.
If you're telling me the highest person you value as a female, that you look to as, a leader and everything, you walk inside the strip club and you see her there and she's throwing money and having a good time, like a normal person would. If you tell me you wouldn't side-eye her, then I'm wrong.
I wouldn't. You know why? Because to me, my person is my mother. My mother is what we call a majimba, a big boss. My mom is gonna make it happen no matter what in my eyes. You know, and so me and my girls, that's one thing that I love about us. We pride ourselves. Yes, we're pretty. Yes, we get guys. We can do whatever we want, right? So, you know, clearly we go out, we get stuff paid for us, whatever. But we do not go out unless we got our own. We can go out just us, and we're those girls that you're saying. Last night, we was at, you know where we ran into you at.
Outside.
Exactly. We was outside.
Mermaids.
And
We had our own.
I was throwing money at my friend who was bartending.
Right.
That's me.
That's not what I said, though. That's not what I said.
You said if I'm going to be side-eyeing. If I'm that person, I know I'm not going to be side because that's me. That's how I see myself. I'm that
Good time.
person.
What
I'm
is the
that
point of that side eye?
I would just want to know what's
I
wrong
doubt
with
it.
you
Like-
being a female and you're outside and you're having money. Maybe that's how you let some stress out. Just like you guys go outside and you guys could have your career, you guys could have businesses that you guys, you know, that are successful, and you go outside and
You girls are part of the culture. You guys are not going to see it that way. When someone's outside of the culture and they there and they're in tune and stuff like that, they're going to stick out like a thumb. They're going to stick out. Whether you accept it or not, they're going to stick out. And you saying, oh, you walk in the strip club and you see your mom there throwing money and just having a good time smacking ass, and you, and you telling me that's not going to throw no disturbance to you at all, that's regular and calm, I appreciate that.
I get
Not me. I promise you.
Like-
I promise you. I go into the strip club and I see my mom in there. I don't have the same sentiments as you. I'm just letting you know.
I know,
I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about seeing my mom. You said if I see a female, like
That's a professional.
Yeah, that's a professional, and I'm giving you an
And you
example.
chose your mom.
I said
All
that's
right, so
somebody.
that's-
but
so-
okay, so my mom is a type of person that likes to have fun, as long as you're not bending
Yeah, outside
your
live.
values.
No, I
like
get
that's,
that.
And I grew up that way, and with a dad who also like to go out. Like they both did their thing. So like I said, like I see it, and the reason I move the way I move is because my mother moved a certain way. So
Your mom's
I
probably
don't
the same
see
age as me.
Huh?
Your mom's probably the same age as me.
That I
That
don't think
part.
so. I don't think so.
My thing is like
I
I,
don't think
know
so.
professionals.
She's not.
I know girls that are professionals that got their body done, that look the part, but their mental is not the part. But they still like to go outside and be a human once in a while. What is being a human? A human is letting your hair down and let some stress free. If that's how you let some stress out of your body, if that's how you let it out of your body, then that's how you let it out of your body. So why would I look at her sideways and be like, I'm like, yo, she's lit. This is somebody that is not in the club, that does not work this, but she also doesn't judge. She came here to show some love to the girls that are, because like you said, just like that, there's also a lot of girls working in the club that are actually working to pay their tuition
Yeah.
to be something one day that you cannot even come next to at all. You could go. They're gonna go ahead and play in your face and play with your money and take your money and get you for everything you got. Yes, they're gonna talk you a good one, and you're gonna go ahead and trick. I know a lot of those. And you could never get next to those girls. You know what they're doing? They building their business. They going to school. They're paying for their tuition. They're making sure that their kids are good. They're making sure that they're buying a house, buying properties. I know those girls.
There are girls like that, but that's not the majority.
It's not the majority. That's why I
cool.
said the majority of them have ruined it for the little ones that actually exist. I always
That
say
doesn't make
something.
sense.
What do you
What?
mean?
How can the majority ruin it for the little ones?
Because they came in.
Yeah, I
and
never
they
had
said
it. If they have the majority, that means you never had it. How
So
can they
you're
ruin
telling
it for
me-
you?
so you're telling
you
me
never
that-
had it.
So you're telling me that back in the day, the game was like this?
It was always like this.
No.
How?
No, it was not like this.
Oh, so we used to go inside the strip clubs and get on one knee and propose to women. That's
That's
what it
not
was.
what I'm saying,
No.
though. That's
That's
not
what it
what I'm
was.
saying.
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying that back in
understand.
the day, I feel like females, they held their like they held themselves up to like a standard more. Like, okay, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna go get his money. I'm not gonna fuck this guy. I'm not gonna do anything with him. I'm gonna make sure that I go and I play a good one, tuck him a good one. And guys were easily to like fall for it because there was no social media involved. Now everybody's talking about what the girls are doing, how they're getting their money. So now everybody's getting caught up. And you guys, let me tell you, men, were so easy to, you go ahead and whisper a couple of words, cute words in their ear, and they're like, oh my God, baby, yeah. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, you trying to play me, bitch? You trying to play me? Like, that's how it is now. Because of social media. Social media put it out there and let out our little secrets.
Yep.
So back in the day, it was very hard for you to, you could go ahead and throw money and do all of that. But females were not giving it up as easy as they are today. They're not. There wasn't. And there was a big bag back in the day. Like, I was in the nightclub working at 19 years old, and I used to make a bag. Used to make a fucking bag. And I used to go ahead, and I wish I was like, I wish that I was like wiser. Like, I wish I had the mentality that I have now, because I would have ate this world up.
And I just want to point something out, right? You made a bag at 19, right? Mm-hmm. Was you the owner of the business?
No.
Did you know how to run a business?
Hell no.
Did you run the business?
Nope.
All you did was what? Be pretty and shake ass, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
What does that mean?
No, I'm just trying to.
Thank you.
No,
What?
no. I'm just trying to show you, like, that's the same thing that's happening today.
But these girls are going home with you today.
No.
And, having sex with you and messing it up. And that's why they're being called modern prostitutes. Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as then. It's no different. What's changed?
Everything. The game changed.
You know what changed?
I'm confused.
What changes what you said? You said because the male is going out and spending this and doing this, it should be automatically assumed that I'm gonna go home with you. And listen to what she said. Men would go out, do the same thing, spend the bag, and not assume or not. It's not just unspoken that you have to go home with him. Dancers would have their clientele, which would come every day, just to see them, not because they were fucking them, not because they were doing none of that. And right now, it's what you said. Now it's the stipulation that because you're in the nightlife, that's what you're doing. Because he came and spent three bands on you, oh, she went home with him. It doesn't matter if nobody hears it, nobody has proof. Just because everybody saw that person in the club throw that bag, they're telling you, yeah, she went home with him. She fucked him last night. Mm-hmm. Like, it's automatically. Before, it wasn't like that. You could go be a bartender, a regular bartender, and not have to think that because somebody pulled up to your bar that you have to go home with them because they threw that. Now it's automatically assumed. Why? You didn't come buy a bottle with me on the side. Like, this is not a meal.
I'm just confused on when you're talking about back in the day. It wasn't like that. When are you saying that? What, in the 60s? In the 70s?
I'm talking about, like, let's say like 2010, right? That's when I.
No.
What do you mean no?
Come on, of course
Yes.
not. Of course we was assuming that. That's even more obvious then. Because back in the days, I don't know how old you are, but back in the days, only live guys had bread.
Exactly.
All
my
these
point.
young guys with scamming money didn't exist. Mm-hmm. So for you to have that type of money, you had to been that guy. Mm-hmm. So if you was that guy with that money and you're just a female in a strip club, what are you talking about? Of course you're coming with me. So now you actually have more credentials now, because the guy who has money now didn't earn it the same way like back in the days where he had to bend that guy. A guy could sit in his room and make 30 grand and come outside with all this stuff on and act like he's that guy, but he's not, because back in the day we would have took his money.
Bunch of bozos right now.
So the bozo who never developed how to court a woman or take a woman out or do anything, he's gonna see a beautiful woman like y'all and just cash out you $2,000 for an intro, for a name. So if you want to say somebody's messing something up, they're the ones that's messing it up. Because we still moving the same way. What do you mean? Like, yo, listen, and I'm just being honest. You put Cardi B in a room with a bunch of guys, and guys just not gonna try to bag Cardi B. You put Jason Tatum in a room full of girls, every girl's on Jason Tatum, right? Mm-hmm. So let's understand what's going on here. Who's really the bait?
Okay.
Who's really the bait?
The guys.
Thank you.
The guys are the bait, of course. That's how But I'm saying that's not my point at all, though.
I need
The
my
guys
green
are-
sweater.
That's not what I'm saying, though. The guys are the bait, but the thing is, like I said, right? They're the bait. Obviously, they've always been the bait. Like, that's how we eat. That's how we make our money in the club. That's what we do. I'm just saying, back in the day, it wasn't as easy for you to take a female home, point blank, period. It was not.
Yeah,
And the girls that work from back in the day, I know all those females that I actually worked with, they all got businesses. They all got houses here in Long Island, okay, which is not cheap.
who's all these people you talking
I
about?
only hang out with high value people, baby.
That counts on one your hand.
Okay, I don't hang out with these little ratchet girls that are running around. I always say, like, if I'm gonna have you around me, you gotta add value to my life. I'm a very smart person. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna be around me, you gotta add something to me in some type of way. So
Right.
the females that I do hang around, they're all bosses.
Right.
Every single one of my friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, I know girls that are mad ratchet. I'll see you in the club, hi, bye, and we're gonna keep it pushing because you're not gonna add anything. You're gonna take away from me, and if anything, you're gonna ruin my reputation, and I don't want nothing to do with that.
Okay. Okay.
So it's different, and that's why I'm saying, and that's why I asked you that because I get, every single time I go somewhere and I'm like, I work in the nightlife, automatically, oh, you must be a whore, or like they think I'm easy and this and that actually bothers me. Because at the end of the day, I've been working since I was 19 years old, and I feel like I have a pretty good reputation ever since. You know what I mean? Like, can't nobody say nothing bad about me. If I came into your life, and we had something. Let me tell you, it might have been like a long time. You know what I mean? Or if it wasn't, I just thought you was a bozo and keep it moving. Like, whatever I don't want in my life, I remove. So, like I said, I know a lot of females that are like that they're chicken heads. They're chicken heads, They don't add anything to the table. They go ahead and they do these things with their man or whatever that go to the club. But at the end of the day, not every single one of us is like that. So I just want men to learn how to separate the one and the two. When you go out with somebody and just automatically when they start talking, you know the difference of who's who.
Once they start talking.
Yes.
So you're saying aesthetics will leave you blinded then?
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a room with, let's just remember, I'm the reality guy, okay? I'm the reality guy. Remember that. I don't want a contract, so I don't spit the real rap, okay? I'm the reality guy, right? So I'm in the room with 3 females, right? Okay. Out of the 3 females, 2 of them got their body done.
Who's two?
1, 2.
Right?
Wrong answer. She's never gotten her body
I
done.
did.
I'm natural.
Only.
You all factory settings?
Yup. We all OEM.
All right, so we have 1. I was almost close. I was all but
See how you roll?
all right. I was
Yeah.
wrong on that one. All right, I was on. Still the same point. The point is that when women back in the days, because that's what you went to, right? When women back in the days, because I'm 45 this trip.
Viejito.
We
viejito that was
we used to embrace women back in the days differently because of back in the days was different. The media, the music, everything, like our dream girl was Laura Winslow. You understand?
I don't even know who
Whitney
Okay.
from
From Urkel. Steve.
what was that?
Urkel.
No, the college show. But either way,
Oh, yeah.
like
Will Smith?
no, well, even Will Smith with those shows. But either way, the way they showed or illustrated the black female before, it wasn't about her skin. You know what I'm saying? She had a pretty face, a nice clean style, and that was the women we desired. What was the Cosby Show? The girls, the mother, Claire Huxtable. If you ask most men, Claire Huxtable was
The dream girl.
Right.
the dream girl. She's a lawyer, didn't show her body, nothing, pretty, held down the family, everything. Now it's 2025. We have Sexy Red. It's a long way from Claire Huxtable.
We love Sexy Red.
Then we have, we love Sexy too.
You
Get them
my
sexy.
everything.
And then we have the shows. The shows is not the Cosby Show. The shows are baddie South.
We love baddies.
Qué
You know what I'm
susto.
saying? So I'm just bringing it to the reality. So you're not gonna see a strong guy, big, strong muscles, and ask him to save you or hold you down, and he'd be like, "No, that's not me. I don't do none of that." You're gonna call that nigga a big punk. You gonna call him a pussy or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
A bozo, my favorite word.
Exactly. And it's the same way when I go in a strip club and I see a girl talking about, "Oh no, I don't do that. What you thinking?" Yeah, it's the same thing. See how I did that?
I see how you did that. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like it's so.
See how I did that?
You did. But I mean, okay, so look, for example, right? I told you I did nightlife for a little bit, just probably like 6 months. Okay, so I got my little man or whatever, and we.
Why you gotta be a little man?
Hey, not the little one.
Cause it's new,
Well, you short?
cause it's new. But I,
Nah, but in reality, he the
but
big
nah,
one.
he the big,
Oh,
he the
yeah,
big
he's the
dude.
big
Yeah,
head,
nah.
Efe.
Yeah, no. He that dude.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. But you know, we were chopping it up, talking, whatever, you know, like, and he didn't know that I worked like nightlife for a little bit at all, because I've always, you know, maintained my regular job. Like that was literally the only time I think I ever worked nightlife. But at one point he saw a picture, and we were having this conversation about this, and he said that when he saw the picture of me, and to tell you, this picture's not even nothing crazy, like, because I'm natural, so I'm super, just whatever. I had a full-on, you know, like fishnet outfit, whatever. And he's just like, that when he saw that picture, his heart dropped. And I was like, what? Mind you, I know that this dude has messed around with girls in the nightlife. So I'm like, why did your heart drop? Like, that's nothing like out of the ordinary. And he's like, because I didn't picture you that way.
Right.
And I'm just like,
Se le
Because
paró
in your
el corazón y el
In your
cuervo.
mind, you think being outside in public with fishnet
I wasn't
stockings on
outside in
and
public.
a
I
bathing
was at
suit.
work.
It's not right. It's I'm at
Okay.
work. Right, because you're gonna condition your mind to make it comfortable.
no, because in my head, right, this is what I'm thinking, right? You got men talking about that most females are leeches, most females are just talking to them for their bag, right? So it's like if
True.
I'm
Which is
broke,
true.
if I'm broke, you talking smack about me. And if I'm getting to my bag on my own, you still talking bad about me.
How if you get into
What do you mean?
that confused me.
no.
If you get into the bag on your own,
Yeah.
Why would I?
Because look, instead of him just automatically like, oh, my heart dropped. If I'm telling you straight up, we're talking. You're telling me, I'm telling you like what I've been working at, what I've been doing. Because when I was doing that, I was an accounts manager for a huge clothing manufacturer, huge. So I'm like, I was doing that. I wasn't sleeping at night. I was just, you know, going through the breakup symptoms. So I said, for me not to sleep at night, I might as well just put some extra money away and make my money make more money. So that's what I was doing. So the whole time, instead of like questioning me about it or when did you do that, if you already knew, hey, I was working at this, now I now I'm part owner in a restaurant, now I got this, why you didn't ask me why I did that or when this happened? Why did you automatically assume? I was getting to my bag. I was getting to it. What other job?
where you was getting to this bag? This ain't PAL, right?
What?
It's not the YMCA, right?
No.
Where you was getting to the bag?
A nightlife.
Nightlife,
And
right?
day life. And day.
Okay.
Okay, if I
You
have
made
a
it
regular...
seem like it was some children's museum.
No, it's
and
not.
he was hating on
it's
you.
It's not. But what I'm saying is...
You had your ass out.
No, but the thing
You
is...
had your ass out.
actually
It
didn't
doesn't
though.
matter. I
You just
didn't.
said... How
I
it go
didn't
from
fully,
it doesn't
I
matter.
didn't fully have my...
So
I didn't fully
you
have
put
my ass
fishnets
out.
over your
A
leggings.
whole fishnet
Over
body
your
shape. And they're
leggings.
super. It doesn't. No, and I had stuff under the fishnet. But the thing is, but my point is, right? You guys complain about girls being leeches, and then they also complain about a girl getting to her bag on her own. It doesn't matter.
I don't like your language. When you say
How?
on your own and it requires taking it from a man, that's not on
Everything
her own.
requires taking it from a
Like,
man.
yeah,
If that's what we're
like,
doing, everything requires.
Oh my gosh, Latina, you are so
Everything
Latina.
requires.
God, you've been
Because
broke. What are you talking
Everything
about?
requires. Okay, like I told you, I was an accounts manager for a clothing manufacturer. That company's owned by Jews. My boss, my 2 big bosses, all white guys. Everything we own, most things are white guys, just men. The whole world is surrounded by men. So I don't know.
Let me ask you a question then. So is Tracy a liar?
What do you mean?
Huh?
No, it's a simple
How
yes.
is she?
I'm very good at questions.
I do not believe
yes
so.
Yes or no?
I ride for my girl out. No.
No. So I could have recalled Tracy just said you have females that you're familiar with and they're bosses.
Yeah.
And
now,
where do you
now.
think
And they run their
Okay,
own stuff.
I just
So
told
what does
you.
it have to do with a man?
But I just told you that I own a restaurant,
so
right?
they're not bosses then.
Yeah.
They
are they
extract.
not? No,
So
no,
they
but-
extract money from men.
But listen to what
I
you.
never said that. You are putting words
no,
in my
she's
mouth.
saying she just said word for
said
word.
I got to the bag.
Everything leads back to a man.
No,
She
I
just
didn't.
said-
I didn't say.
No, she
I
didn't
didn't
say
say that. I said I'm getting to the bag on my own, and
And I
you
said,
said that I was taking it from men at night. And I said I was all. If that's the case, then I was taking it from men during my daytime job because I worked for somebody else up until now that I am part owner in a restaurant. So I don't respond to no man. But when you're working, whether you want to say it, working a corporate job, unless you own your own business, the majority of the time, you're working for a man.
No.
Yes. The majority. I'm not saying all.
The majority.
Okay.
Right.
I said the majority because I know bosses just like
Right,
she
right.
does. Our manager, we talk about it. She has her own accounting company. Like Tracy said, she owned a smoke shop. I own a restaurant. Like that we yes. But at the end of the day, that money has to come from somewhere.
A man.
No, I
Not
said the
necess-
majority
I mean, 'cause
of
we
the
in club and the
time.
man is throwing the money. It's
Yeah.
coming from a man. No, we're working. We're shaking that
Yeah.
ass for that money. What you mean?
Yeah.
But that's
It's
what
not
we're
work.
talking about. We're talking about nightlife. So how else is it supposed to go? Let
No,
me
we're
let me
talking
understand
about us
something. Is 2 plus 2 still
judging.
4 here? Let me just make sure that 2 plus 2 is still 4 here.
That
Because y'all
is.
talking about going into the nightlife with this expectation of something else. That's why y'all disappointed. I don't get
No,
it.
we're saying
said
that. Why
that.
do we have to be judged by it?
Because
That's what
you're
we're trying- No.
once again, if you in traffic, you're gonna get hit. I just told you. You see a guy and he's brolic and strong, you assume he's able to save you
Not
and protect you.
Not
Come
if he
on.
looked like Johnny Bravo.
You know how much guys don't have heart? You think because the guy got a bunch of muscles, he's official? What are you talking about? You don't know no skinny guy come punk them big, but how you never seen that before? Yeah,
he
you
on
did.
steroids?
Yes, you did. So just because a guy got the attributes of it, that doesn't mean he's for that job. Same thing with you women. Just because you're in a strip club, you want to preach, oh, that's because I'm here. That doesn't mean I'm fucking. Yes, it does. Just
No,
like
it
when
does
No,
not.
it does not.
No,
just
it
like
does not.
when you
No, it
saw
does
that
not.
brolic guy, you thought he
No,
could
it does
save
not.
you.
No, it does
Not with them
not.
little legs.
No.
That was
No,
funny.
it does not.
That was funny.
He's
Let's go,
over
let's go.
here
Let's
trying
take
to-
this shot real
'cause-
quick.
Yeah,
Let's take a shot.
Let's take
Because
this
he got
shot
me
real quick.
fucked up
No,
to be
but if it
talking.
walk like a duck
Yo, I
and
need
quack
my
like a
green
duck.
sweater.
Salud.
Wait, no, what is
Ah,
You know what?
Ain't no
We're gonna
dog.
take this shot, right?
Ay, yikes.
You in the entertainment world, right? Walk like a duck, talk like a duck, right? You mentioned that you got a girl, right? To me, if we're gonna do it this way. I believe you unfaithful all the time.
Ooh.
That's
Let's
regular.
talk about it.
I believe you're
Let's
unfaithful.
talk about
Because
it.
men with money and that be out in the nightlife, because you know where I ran into you at yesterday.
Right.
Girl, he cheating.
Right.
He cheated, and no disrespect to your girl.
No,
no
no.
disrespect to her, but I'm just putting that out there, right?
All right.
So automatically, I'm gonna assume that every single one of my custies outside.
Good word.
They
Assume.
cheating.
I'm
Okay.
gonna assume that they all cheaters, and I'm
Now-
gonna assume that no matter how much slick talk, oh my girl this, my girl that. If I show you a little something, I give you a little something, you gonna give me a little something.
Show a little titty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's now.
That's it.
Real rap. You deserve a contract. Now let's bring you back to reality. You just clearly said you saw me yesterday at the spot, correct?
Okay.
Well, today
Well, earlier today. Right. Did you see me with a female?
I'm not talking
No,
about
no,
nothing.
I want you to.
But you was at a bar.
No. Did you see me with a
But you
female?
was at the bar.
No.
He's about to get in
did you-
trouble.
No. I want her to be
Ready?
clear.
I
You're
didn't
about to
see you
get
with
in
a female.
trouble.
Did
and
you see me with a female?
I don't need to see you with a female. You
Ah.
ready? Why? Because we all work nightlife, right? It's
Yeah,
the
but-
phones. I'm pulling up to your
No,
bar.
but I'm working nightlife, right?
No, my boy.
Hold on.
But you asked me a
and what are
question.
we
Hold on,
doing?
right.
You working? You
I
working
don't
nightlife?
need. I don't need to see you. I don't need to see you with the female.
This is back to reality.
Just like you don't
I
have
am
to
a
see us with-
man. Y'all are females.
I don't
It
like
is
what
It don't
different.
matter. It
You
don't
see?
matter.
I
I'm
don't
just
like when
telling
y'all do that.
I'm just
Y'all
telling you
don't
that
do
I'm
that. That's not
assuming.
fair. That's not fair.
How is
What do
it
you mean
not
it's
fair?
not
You're
fair?
Because
being
I
fair.
walk into the strip club, I'm there working. I had this outfit on, but at a different color.
You
It was a
did.
lighter peach.
You did.
Yes, I
You
did.
did.
Okay, and this is how I'm fully dressed. That's the reality
Actually,
of it.
no,
When I walk
'cause-
into the strip club, the females that's there is not fully dressed. That's the reality of it,
Okay.
right?
You
Okay,
wasn't
so-
either. You didn't have the sweater on. You didn't have the sweater on.
I had a
Yeah, he
t-shirt on.
did. Yeah.
Exactly. You had
It
the
was
t-shirt
warm.
on. Not
But you
the
wasn't
sweater.
fully dressed.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I'm not the guy that's
let me
being.
tell you-
No one's
All
coming
I-
out of their house to say, "Oh, I'm coming to the strip club to pursue Hollywood Bruce."
Okay.
You don't know
And you
that.
think that girls are gonna go outside and be like, "Ooh, let me look at that guy's body," and that's gonna turn me on? No, that's you
look,
guys.
back
That's not
to
a problem. That if
Nope,
we gotta dress like that, we
nope.
gotta dress like that. You dress, you by dressing up, that's what attracts the female's eye. Actually, like how you dress, what kind of jewelry you got on. We are attracted to that.
I know.
But
I
that's-
stopped. I
hold
stopped
on.
wearing
You are
jewelry for that.
working.
But that's
Well,
the
most of
same
my
thing
big
as
jewelry.
when a female is not working nightlife and she's outside with a skirt or with a dress. You guys still judging.
Ahí están como perrito. like-
Y'all, are y'all familiar with the term double standard? Do you
That's what
think
you're
men and women
doing.
are the same? Y'all think men and women are the same?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at
so
all.
why
I do not think
the
that.
comparison
No.
was crazy?
But
though.
the
No,
thing is-
because you're saying you work in nightlife. We also working when we in the nightlife.
Exactly.
But I'm not saying. Listen.
Are you listening to the words that's coming out of your mouth out loud?
Yes, yes.
You just said men and women are not the same,
In
and then you
different
follow
aspects,
up
in
with a
different-
comparison of men and women being the
in
same.
different
Hold on.
aspects.
Hold
you know
on, hold
why?
on.
You know why? Because working nightlife, you're gonna be tempted. There's a lot of beautiful females in the nightlife. Whether you are married, whether you are in a relationship, whether you are single, you are gonna be tempted by all these beautiful females.
No,
okay?
no,
And where
no.
there's alcohol in your
majority.
system.
No, you're
There's
talking about
alcohol
no,
in your
you
system.
cannot say you're gonna. Let me bring back more reality. If all of y'all got y'all asses out and all of y'all are naked, guess what happens? We become immune to it. Sorry, it's not registering no more. Yo, come on.
Okay,
We're gonna
honey,
become
honey,
immune.
hold on, hold on,
Yo,
hold on.
You
No,
think
no, no,
you
no,
think
no.
guys in the strip club is hard?
What?
Do you think guys
They're
in the
not
strip club
hard.
are
They're not-
hard?
they're
Like,
not
they get hard?
No.
No, they're not.
No, but guess what? No, but listen, again, we
Ask
completely.
any man that's in a strip club, when you go to the strip club, fam, do you get hard?
Honey.
No.
Honey.
I know a lot of them that do.
What?
Nah.
Let me tell you
have to
something.
check it. You
That's-
gotta, no.
Back to
That's
Those
reality.
guys are fiends. Those guys are
Back to
fiends.
reality.
Most guys don't go to no strip club and he's hard because he
Okay,
sees
well,
a girl
guess what?
naked.
Guess what?
You
No,
was not in Long
but
Island,
no,
baby.
but
Come on, he's a fiend.
no, but look.
But
no,
he still gets hard.
And I
The
want to know
point
how
is-
you know he hard. That
the
means you
point
touch
is-
the penis of a fiend.
Because they're dancing with another female.
No.
and
You
Yeah.
touch the penis of a
No.
fiend.
No. They're dancing
yeah.
with another
Let's do
female.
right now, right?
And it would never get hard under any
But
circumstance.
if you don't think I could see it through your
You
sweatpants?
are.
Huh?
If it does, you don't think I could see it through your sweatpants? And I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Gotta fix it up.
Gotta just put that.
But
thing
why would
up.
it get hard? Why would it get hard? There's nothing
No, but
arousing me. There's nothing to arouse
but
me.
look,
We're-
I'ma just put it this way. You literally just described yourself as the 2% that we described ourselves. You're in that 2% of guys that are faithful. Let's just be real. I'm not telling you.
I mean,
I'm not.
shit.
No. From
I've
what you're
known you for how
telling me.
long? There's nobody that knows nobody.
No, but
Find somebody that said
you
Hollywood
were
Bruce
with them.
ever talk to
Like
them,
I
try to
said.
talk to them, present themselves to them. Find that person.
I'm assuming and I'm believing in what you're telling me. So like I said, you're a part of, now I just flipped the script on you. What we were defending about our nightlife, you're defending about the
Your
world that
nightlife.
you're in, your job. You're in entertainment. So we know that you're supposed to be. But let's be real. You
Right.
know that. The majority of men that do go, and I'm going to tell you something, my restaurant is a bar restaurant, right? So I tell my customers in there too. The majority of my customers that go in there to deal with the girls that work in there all have their wives. I've had wives walk in there, slap the out of their husbands and drag them out of there. Wait till I close my spot, walk up asking for the girl that works in there. And we've worked that. So yes, you might be a part of the 2%, but now you see how you got super defensive? That's us.
And back to reality. You are butt naked damn near in the spot.
Back to reality.
We not butt naked.
It is not the same.
Back to reality.
What you just said. Watch this.
You went to the strip club to see what, niggas?
No,
you
I
went
did
to go
not.
see females.
I went to go
To
get
see
my
niggas
money.
get hard.
Whoa.
And what do you think we're doing? What do you think we're doing?
No. She tried. That was close. You tried.
No, I did it.
I'm going. No, you did it.
Gio did it.
No. When you saw me last night or this morning, I got paid to be there.
What do you think is happening here?
Stop. Hold on. She just referred to the guys that come to her restaurant. No one's getting paid to come to a restaurant.
No.
They're coming with the pursuit to play offense. I'm a high value guy. I don't have to play
2%.
offense. No, exactly. Any one of the 2% is playing defense 24/7. There's no offense when you're 2%.
2%.
Whoa. Any guy that's approaching a woman is not part of the 2%. You know why? Because he could simply just call one of the women that's on his body.
Hi, honey.
Okay, so hold on, real quick.
I'm bringing you reality.
No, you're reality.
Why would it? You know what it looks like going to the ocean and chasing fish? You know how dumb that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
So you are over here, just like you said, I contradicted myself. You're contradicting yourself.
How? Tell me.
Because you're saying that you are the 2%. And that's what I've been trying to tell you the whole entire time.
That we are the 2% too.
But
what are we then? And not only that.
no, it don't work like that. It don't work. Why would you be part of the 2%? Break that math down to me.
I just did.
No,
I
you
just
didn't.
did. I
No, you
explained
didn't.
to you
No.
why the females
I'm part of the 2%. I went
I'm
into
sorry.
nightlife, got out, and you don't hear nothing.
I'm sorry.
And I didn't do nothing, and I went and met a goal, and that was it.
Women
I got to my bag.
have more common attributes than men.
Okay.
Women have more common attributes than men.
So we got titties, we got ass, we got lips, we got beautiful face. We could get our makeup done. We could get our hair done. We could look like a whole different person with all of this. You know what I mean?
But just like guys, they
Guys
can just
can
get a haircut
hatfish.
and gray sweatpants. They're a whole different person.
Hatfish,
little
beard,
haircut and the
beard
stuff.
fish.
Wait.
It's not the same. It's not the
Blind
same.
me with
It's
your
not the
jewelry.
same. It's not the
Jewelry
same.
on, like what?
Wow, I
But
didn't know you.
wait, another thing
not
that I
the same.
said that you contradicted yourself on was that you was like, oh, you're comparing like man to woman. I never said that. Yeah, we're not different. Now, where you're saying
We are different.
No, we are different. That's what I said. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. And that's what I said earlier. We are different. Now, you put it into another perspective earlier. I'm saying, no, men and women are not the same. We need man. I need my man to change my tire. I need my man to be a man. I need my man to take out the trash.
Oh, bro.
I need my man to provide, to protect, and to be somebody that I could go ahead and rely on. That's the difference between a woman and a man.
And what you
We
do
are
for your man?
emotional- Huh?
And what do you do for your man?
Everything.
What's everything?
For my man, like I could honestly say, I am the emotional support, right? When you come home, I tell this to all of my girls, okay? When my man comes home, I know that outside it's a different world, and you guys got it bad. Like if we think we got it bad, they got it bad. I make sure that my man comes home to a safe space. That when he comes home, he could lay his head in bed, you know, and just forget that the outside world exists. I cook, I clean, I make sure that everything is taken care of. I make sure that everything is in order as to like, okay, like I feel like a woman is an organizer in a man's life,
Okay.
right?
Okay, well said.
You heard what's her name song? Little Things.
Mm-hmm.
That song. What's her name? The singer. She just dropped that song, Little Things, and her man is the basketball player. It's the little things. We literally want to bring peace. When you're to be a good female is to bring peace to your man.
To be peace.
To bring peace to your man and cater to your man. Like that's real. But
okay.
cater to your man. Like
Telling you ain't fucking with a female. I mean, you're obviously, if you're in a relationship, you do got a good woman in your life, and I believe that because of the type of man that you are.
Yeah.
You're very smart, and you know what you want, and you are very assertive into like what it is that you know what these girls are about, and I'm not taking that away from you. And I've been said that a lot of females are like that, but a lot of them are not, and we are on the side that we're not. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to make you understand.
Not me understand. I very much understand. I'm just confused on one thing. So you both of y'all, because both of y'all said the same thing, but just use different words. So y'all cater to your man.
The main thing, we bring peace to our
Okay,
man.
y'all bring peace to him.
We bring peace to our man. I feel like
Y'all
in
the
a
support
relationship,
system.
yes,
Yeah.
in a relationship, we are emotional support. We, like, I feel like in a relationship, like, bringing peace
So
to
it's
your
love.
man in your home
Yes.
is the most important thing for a relationship to work. Once you are a man peace, I promise you that man will never leave.
Okay, so basically you just listed a bunch of tangibles that's not tangible, right?
What you mean?
Like you said love, peace, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't buy that in the store, right?
Yeah.
I have to acquire it through a more original, genuine vibe, right?
Right.
Okay, so let me show you something about us men. We don't need none of that shit.
None of what?
Then go crazy.
The
Crash
love?
out.
Hold on.
Go kill somebody in the street.
My vernacular is very good. The word I
favorite.
said is need. And I'm being honest. More women need a man for support to survive in this world.
That's a fact.
There is no man that needs love to survive in this world.
I never said love.
Whoa. But most of your attributes was attached to love.
I never
Because we
said
could go
love.
to KFC and buy food. We could go to the laundromat and get our clothes washed. Everything that you could provide, we do not
I never
need.
said that.
So what do
Whoa.
y'all? So what do y'all need? A
I never said
toxica?
that.
Because that's me. I'm the
what it
Talking
is,
about a servant.
We're
You
talking
talking
about we're talking about reality.
No,
and
you're talking
reality
about a
is-
servant. I never said that. I said emotional support. Most men, whether you want to believe it or not, need that emotional support
Nah,
because
no, we don't.
you guys,
No,
yes,
we
you
don't.
guys do.
No, we do
Come on.
not.
Sound
No,
like
we
a
do
tough
not.
cookie.
No, we do
Yes,
not.
you guys do.
No, I don't like
You
your
guys
word.
go- no, yes,
we
you
could
guys
want it.
Let
we could
me-
desire
hold
it,
on,
but
hold
there's
on.
no
Need it.
need for
Hold
it.
on, hold on,
Yes, you
no.
guys
Let
do.
me
No.
clarify. Let me clarify.
No.
I feel like I need to drop
Hello.
this real quick because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna side with Bruce and I'm gonna side with you all at the same time. And the way I'm gonna do it is because most men need that to decide to settle down. They don't need to settle down, and that's what he's saying.
Okay, I'll accept
That for a man,
I
yeah, yeah, because the
It's
thing
still
is,
my bottom line.
no,
We don't need
that's
you.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. For a man to decide to be in a relationship
Right.
with someone and be
A committed.
Relationship with someone, they need all those
Right.
things that Tracy and I are talking about. But men do not
Need
need
it.
to be in a relationship
No.
to live their life.
No.
They
I'm
don't
glad that
care.
we
And
could
there's
come
a
to
lot
a
of women that
common-
need a man to survive.
So I understand your vernacular.
Thank you.
I'm glad that we could come to a common,
Common
Yeah.
ground.
Common ground.
Yeah.
As to, like, you agree with me.
I'm
and
the
I agree with you.
peacemaker.
That's
Yeah,
I'm the
I agree
peacemaker.
with y'all.
Because I
As
was
long
really
as y'all
about
agree
to
with
put my
me.
hands on you. Te veo un pellico.
Nah. I tell you, don't hit me in the face. I got shit to do in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
And I'm not
I'm going
dissing
to the
women
fucking
in
tire
nightlife.
shop because I'm the toxica.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing nobody in nightlife or nothing. I just gotta speak for us men. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is this: if y'all want change, then y'all need to change.
That's true.
That's just it. Y'all can't be supporting all the negative stuff that's coming against y'all, and we seeing it, and y'all supporting it, and we seeing it, and then y'all mad at us for supporting the same thing y'all supporting. When y'all screaming "fuck y'all baby daddy," guess what? We singing the same shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So,
fine. I
mean,
lied.
come
I'm
on,
changing,
man.
guys.
Come on, man. When I see a large group of women being an activist for women, then maybe I would go along with that pattern. But right now, I've yet to see it in the last 5 to 10 years. In the last 5 to 10 years, you can't tell me, you can't tell me no large female group that's in fashion for women.
You know what's crazy?
I
I'm so
agree.
glad that you actually touched
I
that
don't think there's a
subject.
large group.
No.
Anyways.
Let me
There's
tell
none.
you. I'm so glad that you touched that subject because before you came in here, we actually had a meeting. And what did I tell you girls?
Yeah.
I was like, listen, we are women and we are women in business, and when we are everybody has a different personality, and women are very catty and this and that, and we're gonna go through trials and tribulations. We gotta make sure that if we're doing this, we're gonna stay firm. Hey, I'm gonna check you if I didn't like the way that you talk to
Right.
me. And you gotta be okay with that.
Right.
You gotta have that tough skin to be okay with that and not take it so personal. I understand that women are not like that. I have friendships like my girl Nicole that's outside. 13 years. Me and her had disagreements, never had an argument. Never. You know what I mean? I feel like even with my girls, Gio, like, you know, I had a really tough week. And, you know, they've been reaching out, this, that, and I don't even respond. You know, I don't have the energy because I don't want to give somebody the wrong energy. I'd rather just shut down before giving the person, you know, a person the wrong energy. So I feel like in this world that we are living in, females do not know how to support each other.
No.
Females do not know how to be there for each other. That's why you see men, you know, in these long-lasting friendships with their friends. Because you guys are not like us. We are emotional. We got hormone changes. Like, everything goes through our minds.
Right.
It's go through so
Overthinkers.
much.
That's a
So
fact.
those relationships do not exist. You do not see women supporting women as much as we would like to see it.
Well, I don't blame y'all because and this is how it goes. Subsequently, the government in the country we in has an agenda, and their agenda is to dominate the male black race because we're stronger and we're alpha. So they reduce our numbers down so they can have their leverage. So once they reduce our numbers down, you guys suffer too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys suffer too. So y'all guys will be dead or in jail or something like that. And if not, how much of them turn gay? You know what I'm saying? You watching any show that you watch right now that's lit and it's urban, they always gotta interject a gay scene in there. If you don't, then you're not gonna
True.
go on the media because the media agenda is to control our minds. You understand? So our minds is now, look, if a guy is official, that means he's 5 years away from jail or 2 years away from dead.
Yep.
She
You right on that.
So you're gonna just catch a guy, and now if you're a female, you might as well run him up because you know he ain't gonna last forever.
That's crazy.
So you might as well run him up. So I don't knock y'all for trying to run him up, but don't think I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all just here for that purpose. You
I'm
understand?
here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Short stay, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's
Real quick.
$60 at the spot. You know what I'm saying?
$60
So-
here for what?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm
I
just
am
saying,
confused.
you know?
That sounds like a hookah and one drink.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the reality. I don't know about real rap because, you know, it's too easy for anybody to say anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would say, yo, I don't give a fuck. I'll do whatever I gotta do to get money and be broke. You know what I'm saying? But it's easy to say it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's the reality? You know what I'm saying? The reality is most women is gonna give their pussy for shelter and security. And that's the way she was taught. So it's not her fault. That's the way she was taught. And most men know that no matter how good you look or how cool you are, if you don't have success, you don't got nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Like, let me tell you something. The way that I grew up very, very poor. Like, I come from the Dominican Republic with little ass house. Like, I didn't have nothing. And the thing that my mom always put in my head is like, if you're living in a basement right now, you cannot get with a man that lives in the basement to drag you to another basement. You gotta get with a man that lives on the upper level.
Right.
And he's gonna bring you up.
Right.
So I always grew up with that mentality.
programmed that way.
And
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and cap like, oh, I'm gonna date a broke man.
Right.
No, that's not me.
You think my mom ever told me, yo, make sure you don't date no broke woman?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
The first thing my mom gonna go see,
Make
is
sure
she
that
pretty?
you're successful.
And how she treats you. That's all that my mom is gonna care.
fact.
Yeah.
Is she pretty? All right. Is she treating you good? That's it. She don't care if you got money. She don't care if you could cook, clean, none of that.
Yeah.
You understand? Because those attributes don't exist in today's society. It's just,
Unfortunately, yeah.
do I want to carry you? That's literally what it is. Do I want to carry you? You understand?
Seeing again.
Because think about it. If I moved into your home, or your home, y'all in the group chat, this bum ass nigga.
But you
The day you move into my house, you're gonna be like, what? I got 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Me and him was just looking at a pool we about to put in the backyard, and they're gonna celebrate you.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, good looking, yo, you doing your big one, girl, right? But imagine me moving to your apartment.
Oh no.
See, but you
This
see,
guy don't put the toilet seat down.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate him.
Exactly. So it's not about love. It's not about an affair exchange. It's not about union. It's not about none of that. It's about success.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's about success. And if a woman's success is beauty and a guy's success is monetary, I promise you, we're not gonna dumb out.
okay.
We're not.
Are you jealous of the fact that women could get, be successful because we're beautiful?
Yes.
Jealous of that?
Yes.
Yeah, I know a lot of men are actually.
Yes.
That's a
A
fact.
lot of men be so mad
Yes.
about that, and I'm like, not my fault. You want to
Yes.
be a bitch? Go ahead and
Yes.
transform.
No,
yourself.
it's more about we have to deal with it. Like we have to deal with the reality of, yes, there's a dumbass nigga that's gonna come and give you all this shit
Shout out
because
to
you look
y'all.
good. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy is that, like, I just feel like it's so bad. Like, it's so divided. Because, okay, so I didn't grow up struggling, poor, but my mom did. So that made my mom into the person that she is. So my mom raised me to be a caterer to my man, but she also made it very clear that I had to make sure I got mines so that I wouldn't be stuck in a relationship with a man that I didn't want to be with because I depended on him.
Yeah.
And when I say my mom was a caterer, my mom was a caterer. And me and the girls were talking about it, how I saw an interview, some guy interviewed on the street, and he said that not all females deserve to be spoiled and paid and got, just given everything. You have to do that for the females that are handlers. So my mom was a handler. My mom got to her bag, did whatever, and then it got to the point where my dad got it for all of us. So she, took it easy. And then shit went left, whatever, and she had to get back into hustler mode. So I see that. So then we have these conversations where it's like, all right, I'm a hustler, I get to my own, I do what I gotta do, that's a problem. Because now it's a real conversation. It takes a very strong man to be with a female that's very independent and that doesn't need them but wants them in their lives. And that's a real conversation that happens all the time. So it's like, it's either I'm gonna be a brokey and men are gonna talk shit and call me a leech, or I get to my bag and it's like, you mad masculine because you don't need, which one is it? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, you want me to act broke? Like, do you want me to act broke? Do you want me to need you? Do you want me to pretend to need this from you? Like, it's complicated. And I just, like, hearing men talk about it and hearing men, like, say all that stuff is just like, which one is it?
No, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's about treatment. There's no man that needs you to be successful if he has money. I don't care if you have $1. I don't care if you got anything going on. I really don't. I promise you I don't. I care about how you treat me. That's it. That's literally it. All I care about is how you treat me, because I promise you, I make more money when I'm happy. When I'm depressed, when I'm sexually deprived, I don't want to go to work or anything, especially if I'm an entrepreneur and everything is based off of me and my energy and my effort. So it's all about how you treating me. We as men, we do not need women. Science says that. We could go impregnate 5 women, 9 women, 20 women in one day. And in that one day, those 20 women are stuck for 9 more months. And we could go tomorrow and impregnate another 20. The next day impregnate another. And every woman we impregnate is stuck for 9 months. So don't blame us. It's science. It's the real world.
You can, but look what you just said, right? Look what you were just talking about, right? How the nightlife, right? Nightlife girls don't really. That's not what you look. Men don't go into the night world to look for wifeys, right? So
You wanna
I'm
have
working.
sex.
Yeah, they just want to have sex. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm your corporate girl. I'm working. I own my own business. I can't just because I got in a relationship. Like, you met me this way.
Mm-hmm.
You met me running a business. You met me being successful. You met me getting to my own bag. So now I want to love and cater to you all the time because I want to be with you. That's the type of person and female that I am and that my friends are. But life is life, and money doesn't stop and business doesn't stop. I can't just flip a switch and say, oh, I'm not going to go to work today. Oh, I'm not going to open up the restaurant today. Oh, I'm not going to close today. And then that becomes a problem. And it's like,
That's your life.
But-
But typical life is you don't have to go to the work. You don't got to go to the restaurant. You need a man. And if you got a man that has all that stuff together, you will now be a stay-home wife. What they call it? A cared-for wife?
A soft girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So area, right.
Yes.
Which is natural.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
supposed to
what
be.
is not natural is for you to be going out there, opening up the restaurant, flying gates, busting pots, for me to sit down in my crib playing
This is
in
true.
your
Never
crib
happening.
playing
Never
video
happening.
games. Because guess what,
Never
Tracy
happening.
and she's
Never
they're
happening.
gonna have nothing but negative comments in regards to me, right?
Facts.
But if the role is flipped and you're the one sitting in the crib playing video games all day, them two is gonna be like, girl, you got it good.
this is true.
All right then.
But
So-
that doesn't happen. It's just like I was having that conversation.
real rap reality.
No, it is.
It is. But I was having that conversation with my customers. I was like, bro, I know that I can't. I'm not a person that's looking for somebody with mad money. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm looking for the most successful person ever. But I also know,
Right.
straight up, I cannot be with a broke man.
Okay.
Because my mentality, the way my mind works, if I'm getting to my own, then my man got to be getting to his own at least. Like, even though I don't need you right now, I need to know that you got me.
This
I can
is
say
terrible.
let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something.
I can't stand.
tell you
You took your shot already?
No. I just took a
don't
shot
do
of
it.
what you just said.
Nah, don't do it. Why is it
Your
terrible?
expectations is crazy.
No, hold on, let
not.
me tell you something, okay?
It's
I
not.
could say for myself, like I am my most feminine and in my own, the most like soft girl when I am taken care of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
me too.
Right.
When I have to work and go ahead and do so many things and then come home and cook and clean and do laundry and take care of everything, like every woman is gonna become like masculine and they're gonna be mean, they're gonna be nasty. They sick of it. Like, you're telling me that I gotta work, I gotta do all of these things, and I still gotta come home and take care of you. When the men go outside, they work, they do all of that, and they get to come home and relax. Women don't have that luxury.
Yep.
Women don't have that luxury, so that's when we become masculine.
Yep.
A woman is gonna be the happiest when they are at home, very well taken care of. They could be running a business from home. That's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still getting a bag.
Right.
When a woman is outside getting a bag and dealing with so many different people, so many different energies, and then having to come home to a mess, to a guy not even being, a little bit considerate to, like, you know what? My girl just worked a 12-hour shift today. Let me go ahead and pick up my clothes that I just took a shower from in the bathroom and put it in the basket. Little things like that matter. Let me do the dishes. You know what I mean? A lot of guys don't do that. They be like, let's go 50-50. That's not 50-50.
We need men.
That's not 50-50.
We need men that allow us to turn our brains off. A
Yo,
straight up
you
leader.
know,
it's straight up.
Y'all should
Straight
have
up
stopped
leader.
talking probably like
You want me
20
to go
minutes
now?
ago. Because
Why?
y'all are wilding what y'all saying. I'm gonna show you something. This is what y'all just said, and I'm gonna show you from a man's perspective.
I'm gonna throw a shot at him.
All night I've been saying the same thing. Us men, men that are
2%.
value, right?
2%.
Value, man.
Value men.
100%. 2%.
Value men.
I heard you.
We don't need nothing but good treatment.
2%.
And I wouldn't say the only high value men accept that. All men, we just want the treatment, right?
So do we.
Did you just listen to what she just said?
What?
When you women venture out and now want to bring y'all value up, y'all inherit or acquire masculinity. Now, more masculinity, less treatment.
Facts.
Whoa. So now, y'all women that's go out there, I'm running my own business. I'm lit. I only want a high value guy because I'm making $150,000 a year and I got my own house. I got my own everything. I only want a higher guy than me. But guess what? Your treatment is doo-doo.
I didn't say higher.
Your treatment is doo-doo. Your
say higher.
attitude is doo-doo. And 90% of those women is single. And if not, they getting divorced or cheated on within a year or two. You know why? Because if I only care for you for the treatment, I don't give a fuck about your business. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
So you're supporting what I said. I gotta be broke to find a man.
No, you don't.
No,
You know you don't.
That's
You
what
gotta
you're
know
telling me.
that no matter what, the first objective as a woman is to treat your man right. I don't
Absolutely.
care about your business and none of that. I'm a supporter, whatever. But once you put that
Bruce.
business in front of my treatment, I'm gonna replace you.
Bruce,
Okay, so-
Bruce, hold on real quick. Let's not get the conversations confused and mixed with each other, because I never said that. What we was talking about earlier is a total different conversation than what we're talking about now, okay? So we never said that, I never said like, oh, women have their own business and we got to have our own business and we want to, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about women that work the nightlife.
Right.
They have their businesses, right? Now we are talking about women women and men, when they're in a relationship and the woman has to go out and get it on her own, and and they become more masculine because they're tired, they go home and the whole day they're dealing with different energies, this and that, whatever we were just talking about, right? Those are two separate conversations that we were just having.
And I don't see it being that much, because if a guy goes into a nightlife, right, and there's two bartenders, because most bartenders have partners, right? And if you have partner A and partner A has two hair salons and stuff like that, and partner B has nothing and she's just pretty or something like that, and the guy's trying to smash, who you think he's going after?
The girl that doesn't
Don't got nothing.
All right,
Brokey,
then.
what I
Whoa,
said.
exactly.
But that has
So,
nothing to do with it.
All right, so back to the reality of what I'm talking about.
Me.
Back to the reality of what I'm talking about. Y'all agree with me, right? Y'all just agreed with me. So back to the reality of what I'm talking about. A guy's pursuit is pussy because that's the success that y'all offer. What y'all offering on the other, what y'all want from the other side is actual real success. You know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to trade that for pussy. So what happens? The girl that's at the bar, that's girl A, that have the two businesses, she's losing more than the girl that has just pussy. Trust me. The girl that just has pussy is gonna get a bouquet of flowers. That's the 100 one, the big ones. The one with just has pussy, she's getting flown out. You understand that? She's getting flown out. She's getting a Chanel bag. And guess what's gonna happen to the girl with the two businesses? She's gonna change. She's gonna reduce down because she's gonna be like, fuck, I'm doing all this shit
Act
for
like
what?
a brokey.
I'm doing all this for what? This bitch is over here. She ain't got no business or nothing. She getting flown out. She getting clay thrown on her in Jamaica and all this other shit. And I'm over here and I ain't doing nothing. I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to Jetro, go find fucking tomato paste for my business and shit, ketchup packages. I just spent $300 on napkins for my business. And this bitch is fucking getting her face beaten, all that shit, and she ain't doing none of that. Come on, man. Stop it. I live in reality, bro. Most females is not gonna do all of this to get ignored by high value niggas when they could just get their body done and get the life they looking for, man. Come on, you telling me a girl come home from getting their body done, she don't think success? That's today's society. That's the reality. I'm not saying
I'm good.
That's the right way or how it's supposed to be, but it's the reality.
But look, you had me confused and you thought I had my body done. So you already categorized me as one of those females.
And I got my body done, but I'm one of those 2%. I'm one of the 2% and I got my body done.
Someone who got their body done and someone with their body that's done is the same person. We're gonna men is gonna treat you.
Wait, what?
Is it crack that you're smoking?
Wait, I didn't process that. Hold on.
I think you need
Hold on. I think I need a shot to understand that.
All right, let me say it again.
Say it again for me. Say it again for me.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Say it again for me.
Let me say it in a different way.
Yeah, please.
You ever came across a nigga with fake jewels that act like it was real?
Yup.
Same shit. Same thing. Now you understand what I just said?
No.
No, that still didn't make
A
sense.
woman with...
So it's my fault I got maybe like this?
Hold on. You appear as if you have your body done. That's why I alluded to say that, right?
Okay.
So the same person who has fake jewelry is the same person that looks like they got their body done.
I'm not fake.
No, I'm not
not a
saying
fake
you're
bitch.
fat. My words were very clear.
I'm not that
very-
either.
No,
Not
no,
that
no.
way.
No, my words were very clear.
Appear to be like I'm a fake person.
No. I'm just
Like you
saying.
done up.
You appear to be fake in retrospect.
Just say
of
thank you.
You do not look like you look like someone who got their body done. Let's say that.
Take your shot.
Right? Okay. You look like somebody who got their body done. So it's just like when a guy looks like he has on real jewelry, he's gonna get the benefits and the treatment of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
thank you.
I love that from you.
Now I
Thank you, guys.
understand.
Now you understand,
Yeah,
right?
it took-
okay, same
Sorry.
thing. So you're gonna to the victor goes to spoils. You ever heard that?
No, I don't know what that means. My English is not very good looking.
I mean, to the victor goes to spoils. It means like if you see somebody come in first place and they get all type of praise and everything, it makes sense to you, right?
Right.
All right then. So when you see a girl and she has a body done and she's getting treated a certain way, it makes sense to you. When you see a guy and he got his muscles and everything, jewelry and everything, and all the girls on, it makes sense to you, right?
If
All right.
he
So
has
the victor
legs
goes
with
to
it.
spoils. There you go.
I don't like guys that are fake.
Yo,
I like fake
I
guys.
don't know
That
why
Johnny-
y'all talking about that.
I
No,
don't
no.
no.
That Johnny
Yo,
Bravo shit is not
Biggie
cute.
Smalls was a
Not
fat, black, ugly motherfucker.
Okay, but
But
let
his
me-
money made sure he had
His
all
money
the
was-
bitches.
Okay,
Nah,
but
that
let
motherfucker
me-
was ugly.
let
He's
me-
with Tony.
Let me see that money
fucking
belly,
Hold on,
baby.
hold on. Let me clarify what Jody's
Birdman is
saying.
with Tony Braxton.
Hello. Let me clarify what Jody's saying.
Let me see that.
She's not talking. She's not talking about
The butt?
just the body being muscular.
money belly.
She talking about them ice cream cone bodies.
Yo.
Embudo. How do you say embudo in English? How do you say embudo in English?
What? Say
Yeah,
it.
but
What?
she,
You know
she-
those things that you use to like put inside of a bottle and it's like it's like this on the top.
Like a cone chain?
a funnel.
The funnel.
funnel.
That's what I'm saying, cone chain.
Yeah,
we
that's
talking
fucked
about
up.
we don't
Yeah,
like the
talking about
cone
the same
chain.
thing. I saw my friend,
Like-
which is very disturbing.
Like how many you wear the same jeans, but you wear an extra large shirt, my boy?
You know why?
yes.
Because a man knows that his aesthetics is not the leading attribute. That's why. So he doesn't care. You understand? There's a lot. Come
If
on,
I
man.
know I could tip you over, you get stuck.
Why y'all don't live in reality?
Let me
How
tell
many
you
times
something.
y'all saw a fat, ugly, black,
We like
white,
dad bods.
any race, and he got the baddest girl in the room? Why? Because his money's
money.
long.
His
money
All
long.
right,
then.
Like
So-
I said, let me see that money
It's
belly.
'cause-
All right, so
Bruce.
hold on. You ever seen the role reverse? You ever seen that?
No.
You ever
Unless the girl got money and the guy's broke as fuck and he needs.
Bruce, not everybody,
Yeah.
not everybody can be in Moreno de
Yeah,
Wasabi.
you didn't see it though. You did not see personally.
I seen
You
it in
or
movies.
you seen a super sexy guy with some ugly chick, and because she got money. When you saw
What do you
that,
mean? That's why it's called
That's
sugar
very,
mamas.
very rare.
What about the
very,
sugar
very
mamas?
rare. Very, very, very,
Let me
very,
tell you,
very, 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 very,
I
very,
seen
very
it in
rare.
what do you call
This
Married
is
at
very
First
true.
Sight. Plenty of them, okay?
Sugar mamas.
Yeah, Married at First Sight, all of that. Like I've seen it. What are you talking about? I haven't seen it. I've seen it.
You know that's a TV show. You see how you have to go to a
Okay,
TV.
it's still good.
Like, come on.
Honey,
Are
you
serious?
didn't hear
You
me
believe
though?
everything on TV.
Bruce, you didn't hear me? Not everybody got the luxury to be in Moreno de What's Up.
I know.
Yeah.
What's up? Hey. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your next
My
word
boy
has to
said
be,
baby
"Y tú me
arm."
fucking excusa." Y tú me fucking excusa. Say it.
Umi tu from fucking tusa. You know what I'm saying? Umi tu fucking tusa.
Es lo mismo, la misma vaina.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Miércoles.
Miércoles.
Third period.
Ah,
Thank
¿es
you.
miércoles?
All right. Wrap it up then.
Let's wrap it up, guys.
Yes, sir.
So we have come to the end of the episode. I hope you guys had a great time.
Lingerie
Let's do
talk.
Lingerie
This was a
talk,
great,
baby.
great show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That actually means a lot.
No.
Thank you for coming,
And I'm gonna
for
say this
real.
to be honest with you. My expectations was definitely exceeded, because for this to be your third show, and I'm thinking there was gonna be a lot more, bloopers and mistakes and stuff, like we would have to do it over, re-record and press edit and stuff like that. And everything went through smooth. Everybody was very articulate. Y'all was very sound with y'all thoughts, and everything came out very clear. I'm a fan of the show already. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a fan of the show.
That actually means the world to me.
Right.
Especially
For
because
real.
somebody like you. Like,
Yeah.
you
Right.
are already a radio personality. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're on the radio. You're somebody
Power
that...
1051.
Y tú me escuchas.
We're honored for you to be here, for
You
real.
know, it's an honor for, and from
Right.
day one, you already
Right.
said it. You wanted to come on our show, and he's here for the 3rd episode, guys.
Word.
Right.
And honestly, this
Love
means
you,
the
man.
world to me that you're actually saying that about.
No, for real.
real.
And I honestly came here with, because I have a background in music, so I've been in multiple studios, but it's a great studio. Y'all have food, drinks, beverages, everything. Y'all have all the accommodations. It's really nice here. I feel very comfortable. It's almost the same as me being at Power 1051. It feels like the same ride. Everything is high quality here. The
I
microphones,
love
the
it.
equipment, you guys, and it seems like y'all really serious about what y'all doing. And
Of course.
I just
We
thank
definitely
y'all
are.
for allowing me to be part of this growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for being
For
here.
real.
And thank you
Thank
for the
you.
commentary. Like,
No, for real.
that
We
was
love
Thank
that.
you.
We definitely love
It was
that.
tough because I had to represent all men, so it was one against three.
Nah,
So
it's
you know what I
okay.
mean?
I feel like we did a great job.
No.
y'all did a lot.
It was 2 against 1 because I was getting ready to hide in my green sweater.
No. Y'all did a very good job. Very good job.
Thank
I had a
you.
great
Thank
time.
Thank you.
Luxury
Thank you.
Talk. This is
Hello. Everything
Tri-State.
about us is luxury, baby.
Whoever's listening, I promise you, this is the place you want to be, because I can't say it in words.
Yeah.
The vibe that comes here. So if you could ever, why don't you tell them how they could be part of the show?
They just gotta tap in, baby. You
gotta
gotta
tap
follow,
in.
subscribe, like,
Yep.
and make sure that you guys keep up. Like, at the end of the day, we're gonna have a lot of important people. I believe that this is destined for greatness.
Are you on YouTube? And what's the YouTube name?
So it's Lingerie Talk Podcast. We are on Instagram. We are
Same name?
lingerie.talk.
Same. All
We
right.
are on TikTok, Lingerie Talk Podcast. We are on Threads, right? I believe Lingerie Talk Podcast. Twitter, we're everywhere, and we're also gonna take it to Spotify, Apple. We're gonna build ourselves there. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're just starting, and this is only your 3rd episode.
No, y'all gonna do really well, because the dynamics,
you.
the energy is very sound, is very unique, and it's refreshing. You guys have a very refreshing sound, and I think it's gonna definitely pan well with society. Y'all gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
I could give you a hug. I wanted to punch you. I love that.
Bruce, my boy. Me and Bruce get along.
Hey,
It's a
hey,
right.
Well, let's take a shot to say goodbye to all
Let's
of
go.
A shot.
A shot.
What you
A
thought
shot.
this was? We got
A
the
shot.
gallon today, guys.
A shot.
Yeah.
Don't play with
Y'all
us.
brought, and they had the big.
Yes, the
Yeah.
gallon.
Big boy.
They had the
Anything
big
around
Branson.
here.
Yeah.
They got the big Branson. Yo, Fifth, look. They got the big Branson out. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Thank you.
Nah, you know, Fifth be like, yo, boy, I saw you on that show. What you was drinking?
This is
Brad
not
said, you know what I'm saying? It's just a unique bottle, Fifth.
We just
Laundry-
put the label over
Lingerie
it.
Talk. You know what I'm saying? This was a great show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
this.
you.
This is a great show.
Thank you, Hollywood.
Y'all
Blues,
did
for
good.
coming.
Cheers.
Yeah, good.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that.
Take
Yeah.
your shot. Don't
Cheers.
play.
I got you.
I'm bullying
Cheers,
you.
guys.
I like that. Thank you, Jake.